15 Republicans voted with Democrats on a gun control bill. Nobody can name for me, no one can name for me one time 15 Democrats crossed over and voted with the GOP on a Republican bill. Nobody can name that.
This is a really good example that Michael Malice brought up on the show a while ago. He said something to the effect of, Republicans compromise every time on gun control. Democrats, like, when have you seen a Republican campaign on, we're going to repeal the NFA, we're going to repeal gun control? It's always say nothing and then say, well, we'll give a little bit to the Democrats on gun control. So that's the gag. It's Republicans or Democrats going the speed limit.
Of course.
Gun control is such a manipulated phrase because you have to learn how to control a gun. Gun control is like your hand manipulation of the weapon. And for them to say that like banning guns is a form of control is like, it's just a disgusting methodology.
You know, they control the language too, especially when they control social media. So we got to start changing these things. It's not gun control. It's disarming lawful citizens in order to make them future victims.
Disarming.
How do we surmise that and make that into a short phrase so it's catchy? But again, language is key, and a lot of the times the Republicans are just a part of the uniparty. Yeah, they're a part of a system that serves a special corporate class, and whether it's multinational corporations, whether it's big banks, there's a lot of other influential people that are a lot more powerful than politicians that are truly pulling the strings here. And Republicans and Democrats, I don't care. At the end of the day, they serve not you, not the people. They serve someone else beyond the people with the government.
I live in Texas, big oil state, right? Everyone knows Texas, big oil state. Not only a red state, but a big oil state. In my red state of Texas, and I live in a blood red part of a blood red state of Texas, every 2 years when they're running for House, you can watch Republican congressmen in safe seats run commercials talking about reduce carbon. We can reduce carbon. Well, we can reduce. The second you've told everybody, the second you've given the ground that carbon is poison, you've already lost to the climate change nutters. Yep. And these are people who could safely say, I love carbon. I want more carbon. Build coal plants, build everything. And say, well, we can reduce carbon, guys.
We got another tweet that just came in from Matt Taibbi.
Ooh.
And pertaining to the hacked materials policy, he says, the problem with the hacked materials ruling, several sources said, was that this normally required an official law enforcement finding of a hack, but such a finding never appears throughout what one executive describes as a whirlwind 24-hour company-wide mess. Let me simplify this for you guys. They said, okay, we can justify suppressing this really, really bad news about the political party we like under our hacked policy, hacked materials policy. And they said, but it wasn't hacked. It was found. What do? All hands on deck. I guess we're going to just lie about it. They could not justify their own policy, which everyone knew was BS. They made up a rule to suppress this that they couldn't even satisfy. Their fake rule could not even be satisfied. So they just did it anyway.